Hello, in this video I'm going to explain how to play Love Letters, specifically using the Legend of the Five Rings edition. You know who else has 5 rings? Kobe Bryant. How this game works is that you have up to 4 players, 2 to 4 players like this. Each player gets 1 card, so it's like 1 card per player. You have to burn 1 card every time you start a game, and then this is the deck. How it goes is you eliminate players and become the last one standing, or by the time the deck runs out, because there are only 16 cards in total, if you have the highest number, you win. If it comes down to a draw between 2 players, as in they both have the same card at the end when there's no cards left in the deck, you have to count their personal discard piles to see who has the most of the sum of the numbers. So basically, Captain America right here would have 2, 1, 5, and 1, which would be 9 total, and then Iron Man would have 7, 3, 4, and 1, total of 15. So Iron Man would win the round because he had the most. Now to see what each card does, we got 5 copies of the guard. Basically, you get to guess what card number your opponent has in their hand. If you guess it right, then you eliminate them. But if you guess wrong, nothing happens to you. You just waste the card. However, you cannot guess a guard using a guard. So when you play this down, do not call the number 1. Call anything else though. So it's really important to be counting cards in this game, especially when there's only 16 cards in the deck, minus 1 from the burn card. So these guys are literally the snipers. We got 2 of the courtiers, which are number 2. Basically, you just pick someone, one of your opponents, and look at their hand, and then you basically get more information, make plays next turn or so. You got 2 of the number 3 diplomats. This card is used to challenge your opponent. You pick someone and you compare your hands, so your other card number versus your opponent's card number in their hand. Whoever has a higher number wins, and the loser gets eliminated from the round. If there's a tie, nothing happens. You guys just say it's a tie. This card is a high risk and high reward card because you're challenging someone, and if you happen to win, then they'll know that you have a higher number than what they dropped and lost with. So it goes both ways. It's very situational. It's not just early or late game, but it is a thrilling card to use. We got 2 of the number 4s, Shugenja. It's just a protection until your next turn. So this is great for stalling and just to protect yourself from other threats. We got 2 of the 5s, Hatamotos. Basically, you could select yourself or one of your opponents to discard a card. You or them, whoever you picked, draws a card. If there's no more cards in the deck, you would pick the last card, which is the one from the scrap pile, which is the one that was burned. This card's very useful, especially if you go against, like, you make someone drop a princess or maybe a high number card, or you could just help yourself and make yourself discard if you're in a bad situation. We got number 6, just 1 copy of the manipulator. All you do is trade your other card with one of the players in the game. So let's say you're stuck with this and the princess, have no choice but to trade. And this is also helpful to get information, but it's also costly because whatever you trade with your opponent, they'll know what you have because they obviously gave you their card. We got number 7, 1 copy of the sensei. Basically, it's just a high number card. If you have a sensei with either the number 6 or the number 5 in your hand, you must discard the sensei and choose it. You don't really have to say why, but just put it down if you're caught with the 6 or 5 along with the sensei. More of the number 7 is that you use this card for mind games. Sometimes you might want to discard it even though you don't have the 5 or 6 in your hand. Who knows? People could be thrown off if you just drop this out of nowhere. Number 8, the princess. Very good card because it has a high number, but you can't really discard it or do anything with the princess. You just try to protect her while she's in your hand, or maybe luck sack her and draw at the end of the game. But yeah, if you end up with this, you win. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Hulk smash.